first and second skills more frequently to deal damage from all different sorts of directions. All in all, by utilizing his cooldown reduction mechanism and his second skill to reposition himself as many times as possible, Harith can become a cute yet annoying mage that will absolutely dominate the battlefield. For his first skill, Synchro Vision, Harith creates a phantom of himself in the opposite direction and charges towards each other in the center, dealing magic damage to all enemies in its path. When the two Hariths fuse together in the center, an explosion occurs, dealing magic damage to all enemies nearby. A large proportion of Harith's damage comes from this skill, so make sure it hits the enemies. For his second skill, Chrono Dash, Harith dashes towards a designated direction. When he arrives, he steals a magic attack of nearby enemy heroes and generates a shield that absorbs damage. Harith's next basic attack deals magic damage and slows enemies. Hitting enemies with Harith's enhanced basic attack also reduces the cooldown of the next Chrono Dash. Here are some pro tips. Chrono Dash is the core skill of Harith, so make sure he lands in the right spot every time after using the skill to gain sufficient shield to take on enemies' attacks, as well as to approach them to use the enhanced basic attack to reduce the CD of the next Chrono Dash. If well handled, Harith can almost use this skill endlessly within the duration of Zaman Force. For his ultimate, Harith uses his key to summon the Zaman Force. When the multi-directional rift appears, the next cooldown of Chrono Dash is extremely reduced. The rift then immobilizes nearby enemy heroes and slows them for a period of time. If Harith comes into contact with the rift when using Chrono Dash, he will absorb the energy within it, as to reduce the cooldown of the next Synchro Vision or Chrono Dash. Zaman Force is extremely important to Harith. It doesn't deal damage, but the cooldown reduction it has to offer Chrono Dash can almost turn this skill into having no cooldown. That is, if you can constantly continue to deal damage whilst changing your position within your ult. For his passive, Harith gains insights from his key. He immediately gains resilience depending on the number of enemies nearby. After casting a certain amount of skills, Harith's next Synchro Vision will deal increased damage. The passive grants more flexibility against CC so that the durability can be ensured. In terms of equipment, we recommend using one of the following 3 sets. Among them, we've highlighted the first set, which is based on what we've killed to a new high. Yes guys, it works absolutely perfect on it. In terms of emblems, we recommend the mage set, which consists of agility, observation, and mystery shop. The reason we chose mystery shop is that it grants more gold in the early game so that Harith can purchase his equipment faster to get CD reduction in the fastest way possible.
And slowing them down. Gloom will hitch a ride on Magic Shockwave. If Gloom touches Shadow Energy, he will devour it and immediately detonate the energy. LyLia can only summon a powerful Gloom with second skill. Since the CD of this skill is short, LyLia can cast this skill more often and pin down enemies with her slowing effect. Second skill, Shadow Energy. LyLia condenses Shadow Energy to the designated area, dealing magic damage to enemies nearby and slowing them down. After Gloom devours Shadow Energy, he will detonate the energy and deal magic damage to enemies nearby. Each time Gloom upgrades himself, the damage dealt by Shadow Energy will be increased. LyLia is born to have the ability to use Shadow Energy. This is LyLia's main damage skill. She should control the frequency of using this skill and deal massive damage when Gloom reaches the max level. Ultimate. Black Shoes. LyLia immediately returns to the position where the Black Shoes was 4 seconds ago and stacks max times to use Shadow Energy, regenerating a certain amount of HP and increasing her movement speed. This is the most important survival skill for LyLia. Pay attention to the time of casting this skill. Passive. Angry Gloom. LyLia gets power from Gloom, increasing her movement speed. Each time Gloom levels up, she will increase extra movement speed. Gloom will increase his levels by devouring Shadow Energy, up to 5. The higher his level is, the more damage he can deal. If LyLia maintains the Gloom with max level, she can increase her ability to survive and deal more damage. When the team fight starts, what is LyLia doing? Enemies are chasing her teammates and getting into the bush. Wow! That's a perfect 5-strike explosion. She leads her team to win the team fight. And that's our new hero, LyLia. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points, with a 30% diamond discount in her launch week. Be sure not to miss out. Want to know more strategies for LyLia? Stay tuned for the Hero Guide and Road to Mythic available upon her release. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
More importantly, she was given the power over the energetic forces of chaos and order. In order to save the world, she had to bring balance to those two opposing forces. So she entered one of her most powerful dream worlds and became one with the Twilight Orb. For ages, she lay dormant. However, legends say that when the world falls into disarray, Lunox shall reawaken to restore the balance between order and chaos. In the game, however, Lunox is a very powerful mage who utilizes a dual energy system that allows her to change her playstyle according to battle conditions. For example, if she uses more chaos-type skills, her energy becomes filled with chaos, allowing her to use her chaos-type ultimate that deals continuous damage to enemies. In contrast, if Lunox uses more order-type skills, she can use an ultimate that protects her. Lunox is a very intricate hero who is highly adaptable to changing environments. The key to success with Lunox is more so in observing and timing when she should take advantage of either chaos or order. While this may be tricky at first, Lunox is a very fun hero to play. For her first skill, Starlight Pulse, Lunox casts an array of starlight upon nearby enemies, dealing magic damage. While her enemies are starstruck by this amazing skill, Lunox restores some of her HP at the same time. Definitely take note that this regenerative effect can be doubled if Lunox manages to damage an enemy hero with this skill. Also, using this skill grants Lunox a layer of radiance, which causes her energy balance to shift more towards the side of order. In early game, we highly recommend Lunox to use chaos-type skills first when launching an attack, and then use this skill to deal damage while also restoring HP. Not only that, but when Lunox's energy balance is more towards order, her defense stats are higher than most enemies. This makes Lunox a strong hero for 1v1s, as she can disrupt almost any enemy who comes her way. As for her second skill, Chaos Assault, Lunox launches a bolt of dark energy towards an enemy, dealing magic damage and slowing them in the process. When hitting an enemy hero, this skill deals a bonus damage equal to 5% of the enemy hero's total HP. In contrast to her first skill, Chaos Assault causes Lunox's energy balance to shift towards chaotic energy. This skill is a solid attack skill for laning, as it can be spammed in quick succession. However, keep in mind that Lunox will first target nearby enemy heroes. When laning, we highly recommend Lunox to quickly use the skill twice, then use Starlight Pulse to recover some HP. But don't forget, Starlight Pulse must deal damage to enemies in order for this effect to be activated. For her third skill, Cosmic Fission, Lunox unleashes a fusion of energy in a fan-shaped area, dealing magic damage and inflicting a slow effect upon enemies caught in this devastating attack. It's important to note that this skill does not cause Lunox's energy balance to shift towards either order or chaos. This skill is great for 1v1s. When skirmishing with an enemy hero, Cosmic Fission can easily create distance between Lunox and the enemy, thus allowing her to better utilize her powerful ranged attacks to eliminate her foes. As we've said earlier, Lunox has two ultimates that change depending on her energy balance. Let's talk about her first ultimate, the Power of Chaos. With her Chaos type ultimate, Lunox blinks in the target direction, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies upon arrival. For 4 seconds, Lunox surges with chaotic energy that enhances her second skill, Chaos Assault. At the same time, be prepared to spam Lunox's second skill, as it no longer has cooldown during this time. Devastating, isn't it? Needless to say, figuring out how to maximize Lunox's damage output with the Power of Chaos is key. Before activating the Power of Chaos, one strategy is to lurk on the sidelines of a skirmish instead of engaging the enemies head-on. This gives Lunox a bit more time to land more hits with Chaos Assault for a devastating barrage of magic might. Another strategy is to first activate Lunox's Chaos-type ultimate, the Power of Chaos, and then simply spam Chaos Assault, her second skill, without even bothering to aim. If fast enough, Lunox is capable of activating Chaos Assault 8 times. However, accuracy is quite difficult to achieve when Lunox is trying to land as many hits as possible, so definitely keep that in mind.